It's your pre-market summary for March 23rd, 2024. And look, investors still a little bit uncertain about the direction of the stock market here today, as we have had a big week and more pressure on the banks. You're going to see the entire sector to that downside, of course. And we did get that quarter-point hike earlier on in the week, but it's been more about the back and forth talks with Janet Yellen, where supporting the banks and, oh no, we're not going to take extra measures to fund and backstop banks' deposits, and then backtracking once again and affirming some supportive banks in the afternoon, which rose the markets very briefly, but we've reversed a lot of those gains. Taking a look at the futures here, you're going to see the S&P 500 down 1%. The Dow is down 1%. The NASDAQ a little bit strong. We'll get to that in a little bit. Only 0.6% to the downside, kind of leading things a little bit and showing some signs of strength. Crude oil down 4%, not faring too well as it's had a little bit of a rally that's being reversed here. And you see Bitcoin and Ether both down 2% and 3% respectively. A lot of individual stories to cover, and we'll start right off where Block under pressure, a Hindenburg short seller report and extending some losses. Another gap down here for Block, down significantly at one point over 20%, hitting major levels. They did respond by saying, of course, denying the allegations and saying they're mischaracterizations, but the stock's still trading down here today. You've also got Coinbase in play. Now, Coinbase got the Wells notice. They were under a tremendous amount of pressure as well yesterday, caught a good bounce, trying to hold at least some of that support after cratering in yesterday's trade. Now, I said there was some strength in some tech, and a lot of that can be due to Meta shares. Meta doing pretty well here. If we can check this one out. TikTok was in front of Capitol Hill, and the CEO, many would say, did not fare incredibly well. Shares of Meta have been strong regardless. You can see the daily chart. It's been an absolute tear for Meta. They're up into a down market, so look for some strength in Meta, as obviously any ban of TikTok will be good for both Alphabet and Meta. Ford is in the news. They had some aggressive goals in terms of getting their margins and profitability for their EV sector. They're at a pretty key support level, and if Ford can't hold, it's been holding $11 for a long time on the daily chart, and this is one of those watershed moments for them. But they had some pretty good aggressive goals. Right now, a bit of a mixed response for them out of Ford, but trying to bounce off that big 11 area. And we'll go to a little bit of Tesla here today. Chinese market regulator, the story here to recall 2,600 imported Tesla Model S vehicles. Now, Tesla had a pretty precipitous drop the last couple of days, rejecting the $200 level. So you get some relative strength in something like Meta and Alphabet, but there's certainly some weakness when it comes to Tesla. This and a lot of other stories to get to, and the market on Friday trying to hold on after successive falls to the downside in the afternoon. So should be an interesting one. As always, check out our free watch list. We'll be hitting your emails very shortly, and then we're live at 8:30.